walk. Thanks, Chris. Good morning, Dave. Good morning to all of you. Lakewood United, thank you so much for putting on this event. You know, the American dream is no secret. It's not that complex, and it's frankly not a mystery. Here it is. Work hard, play by the rules, and you get a fair shot at earning enough to raise a family and have a decent life. I know this because it's the life I've lived. My dad was a truck driver. My mom was a telephone operator. They owned their own home. They helped each of us 4 kids go on to school that wanted to. We took regular family vacations, if that's what you want to call car camping. And they had a pretty secure retirement before they passed away. Unfortunately, it's also no secret that the American dream is in deep, deep trouble. Every person sitting here knows that. And part of the reason for that is Congress is dysfunctional. Congress seems to be forgetting that America is strongest when the middle class is strong. It seems to be forgetting that day in and day out. What should they be doing instead? They should be investing in infrastructure like completing State Road 167 into the Port of Tacoma, which one study estimated would create 80,000 jobs here in South Puget Sound. It should be getting serious about being a leader in the production of clean energy manufacturing jobs. Frankly, I think it's scandalous that China has surpassed us in the production of wind turbines and solar panels. And in this new global economy, we need to educate more people to higher levels. And that sure doesn't mean slashing Pell Grants, as some in Congress would have suggested. And lastly, the new 10th Congressional District Representative also needs to be able to effectively advocate on behalf of our region's largest employer, Joint Base Lewis-McChord, which is, of course, the 3rd largest military installation in the entire United States of America, and the Army's only West Coast force projection base, something that will become very key as we reorient our defenses to the Far East. JBLM, with its 47,000 service members, its 50-plus C-17s, and now about 10,000 civilian employees, is not a bolt-on to a region's economy. It's integral to it. And so are the families of personnel who serve there. So going forward, we have a lot of issues and challenges. Probably foremost among them in the immediate future is sequestration. The term, of course, that's used for automatic budget cuts, which will begin in January because Congress was dysfunctional, failed to live up to its job to get our budget deficit under control, and began a series of automatic budget cuts which are not based on deliberative priorities whatsoever. But we also have some very specific Joint Base Lewis-McChord challenges and issues that we all need to be aware of. Ensuring that the Solo Point wastewater treatment plant, which was designed on 1950s standards, is fully replaced, not just the first phase. Continuing school construction on the base. You know, we've got the soon-to-be renamed Carter Lake Elementary and Hillside under construction, but there are 4 more schools on base that will need to be supported. Fixing the traffic mess around Interstate 5. Lord knows it needs to be improved. There are failed interchanges, and frankly, over the long run, we're going to need to add some lanes. It's that straightforward. We also need to make sure that the Interbase Connector Road, which will help relieve some of the congestion on I-5, and is scheduled to start soon, is completed. Few people are also aware, and you should be, that the Army is currently conducting a cost-benefit analysis on whether or not to consolidate the ROTC program from JBLM and Fort Knox at Fort Knox. We bring nearly 7,000 cadets per summer to this community in JBLM. This is a better place for that program. It should not be moved, period. And finally, perhaps most importantly, we need to do everything within our power to take care of the men and women who have served us at Joint Base Lewis-McChord. You're all aware that nearly 3,000 service members muster out at JBLM every year and for the foreseeable future. Whether it is helping them enter the civilian job market or treating those with PTSD or taking care of them at the Warrior Transition Battalion, or treating them at the TBI Center in Madigan, they have earned our support. This is personal with me. My older brother Bob, for whom my son here today is named, served as a Marine in Vietnam. As a result of his exposure to Agent Orange, he eventually passed away. It wasn't quick, and frankly, it wasn't pretty. So please believe me when I tell you, every veteran is my brother or sister. Thank you very much.